तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बाबाजी व्याप्य सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुति शिरोरत्न विराजिता प्यारा, हे जीवन का उजियारा। गुरुदेव हमारा 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 प्यारा, हे जीवन का उजियारा। ओंकी काचे प्राण तजेंगे, तन मन से गुरुदेव भजेंगे। ओंकी काचे प्राण तजेंगे, तन मन से गुरुदेव भजेंगे। ओंकी काचे प्राण तजेंगे, तन मन से गुरुदेव भजेंगे। ओंकी काचे प्राण तजेंगे, तन मन से गुरुदेव भजेंगे। चिर जाएंगे बाबा सारा, हे जीवन का उजियारा। 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 गुरुदेव हमारा प्यारा, 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 हे जीवन का उजियारा। श्री गुरुदेव की महिमा न्यारी, जब बुद्धि चेतन कर डाली। ओ श्री गुरुदेव की महिमा न्यारी, जब बुद्धि चेतन कर डाली। श्री गुरुदेव की महिमा न्यारी, जब बुद्धि चेतन कर डाली। ओ श्री गुरुदेव की महिमा न्यारी, जब बुद्धि चेतन कर डाली। दूर किया दियारा, हे जीवन का उजियारा। 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 गुरुदेव हमारा प्यारा, 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 हे जीवन का उजियारा। दुख ज्यादा सकहे सबाओ, श्री गुरुदेव से मंत्र ले जाओ। दुख ज्यादा सकहे सबाओ, श्री गुरुदेव से मंत्र ले जाओ। दुख ज्यादा सकहे सबाओ, श्री गुरुदेव के मंत्र ले जाओ। दुख ज्यादा सकहे सबाओ, Guru's name would help us cross the pain of the material world. The lotus feet of Guru would assist us tackle the cloudy mind. The blossom of Guru's love would recite us the wise wisdom. The grace of Guru will help us attain peace and happiness. Our dear Gurudev is the spark of light in our lives. So sweet is the grace of Sri Gurudev that softened our stubborn thoughts and minds, took away the darkness, as He is the spark of light in our lives.
Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Jai
Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev,
Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev.
Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev.
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 Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Jai.
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 Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Jai.
Jai 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 Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Jai.
गुरुदेव हमारा प्यारा है जीवन का उजियारा। ओम अवतरशिषाय नमः, ओम विषमाय नमः, ओम दिवाकर समुजताय नमः, ओम सूक्ष्मतनवे नमः, ओम चिन्मयाय नमः, ओम गुरुमूर्तये नमः, ओम सुंदराय नमः, ओम सुलोचनाय नमः, ओम सुमुखाय नमः, ओम चरुहसाय नमः, ओम केशवाय नमः, ओम पद्मभुजाय नमः, ओम अङ्गरमणाय नमः, ओम चरुम्बरधरिणे नमः, ओम रामाय नमः, ओम अजिरस्तपकाय नमः, ओम श्रीजीववर्षकाय नमः, ओम गायत्री अज्वने नमः, ओम अर्पणे श्रीकरकाय नमः, ओम विष्णुपूजकाय नमः, ओम नमो नारायणेति मंत्रपसकाय नमः, ओम स्वरमयाय नमः, ओम मधुरकण्ठाय नमः, ओम कृष्ण संकीर्तनरूपाय नमः, ओम स्तोत्रप्रियाय नमः, ओम मितभाषिणे नमः, ओम वाग्मिने नमः, ओम शीतकालशरदाय नमः, ओम रथधराय नमः, ओम सदवे नमः, ओम जगत्पन्थाय नमः, ओम सर्वलोकहिताय नमः, ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः, ओम सुहृदाय नमः, ओम अनुकूलाय नमः, ओम नेयाय नमः, ओम सुदर्शनाय नमः, ओम भक्तवत्सलाय नमः, ओम प्रेममूर्तये नमः, ओम सुभिक्षणाय नमः, ओम प्रीतिवर्धनाय नमः, ओम स्वस्तिदायकाय नमः, ओम तारकाय नमः, ओम अनुग्रहाय नमः, ओम वर्धनाय नमः, ओम अर्चिताय नमः, ओम अर्थाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिप्रदाय नमः, ओम जनार्दनाय नमः, ओम मनोहराय नमः, ओम महाशाय नमः, ओम सिद्धेश्वराय नमः, ओम अश्मभूषिताय नमः, ओम आत्मलिंगाय नमः, ओम लिंगशनप्रसाकाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिसदनाय नमः, ओम माधवाय नमः, ओम अंकरोपासकाय नमः, ओम सूक्ष्माय नमः, ओम विशुकाय नमः, ओम सात्विकाय नमः,
ॐ समदर्शिने नमः ॐ दक्षाय नमः ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः ॐ निरङ्कराय नमः ॐ निर्मोहाय नमः ॐ अव्यग्राय नमः ॐ चित्तक्रोधाय नमः ॐ विनयशीलाय नमः ॐ स्ववशाय नमः ॐ कुशलाय नमः ॐ क्षमाय नमः ॐ सत्यधर्माय नमः ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः ॐ विरक्ताय नमः ॐ अतीन्द्राय नमः ॐ सत्यसन्धाय नमः ॐ पवित्राय नमः ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः ॐ सुरनन्दाय नमः ॐ नन्दनाय नमः ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः ॐ भक्तनिधये नमः ॐ सक्षये नमः ॐ समात्मये नमः ॐ सदयोगिने नमः ॐ हरये नमः ॐ सुतपाय नमः ॐ सौम्याय नमः ॐ गुह्याय नमः ॐ विमुक्तात्माय नमः ॐ गभीराय नमः ॐ गुप्ताय नमः ॐ आत्मरमाय नमः ॐ श्रीनिवासाय नमः ॐ देवाय नमः ॐ द्युतिधराय नमः ॐ धन्याय नमः ॐ गुरवे नमः ॐ दुरतिक्रमाय नमः ॐ गहनाय नमः ॐ भगवते नमः ॐ हरिशरणमार्गदर्शकाय नमः ॐ कुटस्थजगन्तकाय नमः ॐ अभिप्रायाय नमः ॐ सर्वमतसमत्याय नमः ॐ क्षमैकटभाववर्धकाय नमः ॐ प्रेमवताय श्री विश्वानन्द स्वामिने नमः।
अतो देवा
अवन्तु नो यतो विष्णु विचक्रमे प्रजीव्य सप्तरामापि इदं विष्णु विचक्रमे त्रेधानि तदे पदं समोदमस्य भागुं सुरे त्रीणि पदा विचक्रमे विष्णुर्गोपा अताभ्यः अतो धर्माणि धारयन् विष्णुकर्माणि पश्यत यतो वृतानि पस्पसे इन्द्रस्य युजसगाः तद्विष्णोः परमं पदगुं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्यः दिवीव चक्षुरा ततं तद्विप्रसो विपण्यवो जागृहागुं ससमिन्दते विष्णोर्यत् परमां पदा।
प्रेमवताय
विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमवताराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्। सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वानन्द प्रचोदयात्।
वक्रतुण्ड
महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। गोविन्द। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
श्री कृष्ण विष्णु मधुसूदन केतपारे नारायण अच्युत त्रिविक्रम चक्रपाणे दैत्यादि सच्चर श्रीधर वासुदेवा गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्री रुक्मिणी सभवनाथ हरे मुरारे राधेश गोपीश स्वरूप ब्रह्मणि वन्द्या श्रीकार कष्टय वैकुण्ठपते भुवनेकमूर्ते गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। मीनाकृते कमलरूप वराहमूर्ते त्रिविक्रमाय भुवने भुवो राम राम श्रीराम कृष्ण यदुनन्दन कल्किरूपा गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। गोविन्द माधव मुकुन्द परपरेश दामोदरं चन्द्र नन्दक किशोरी गोप गोपीजन संवृत दीनबन्धो गोपीजना प्रिय हरे तव सुप्रभातम्। क्षीराब्धिशायि भुजगारि प्रतापशायि सद्भक्तरि सदनशायि रमाङ्गशायि श्रीगोपवाममृदुतल्पसुखादिशायि गोपवल्लभ हरे तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीकश्यपत्रिसुखनारद गौतमानि ब्रह्मर्षि सङ्गमनि सङ्गम भारतेषु तिष्ठन्ति देव तव दर्शन भाग्यहेतुः गोपाल शेखर हरे तव सुप्रभातम्। मन्दार जाति तुलसीदल मालिका जये माल्यानि अञ्जलि पुटे समुदाहरन्ति तिष्ठन्ति त्वल्पवदधारतले मुनीन्द्रः राधा मनोहर हरे तव सुप्रभातम्। वेदत्रयं पतति गौतमकालगुह्यः गायन्ति सद्गुणगणो वरदर्शभागः सङ्कीर्तयन्ति तव नाम कदा विशेषः श्रीनारदादिऋषयः तव सुप्रभातम्। गोवर्धनोदरन गोपकिशोर गोप गोपीजनामृत सुरेश भवारिपोता त्रैलोक्यमोहन सुमङ्गल दीर्घदेह श्रीरुक्मिणीश वरदा तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीवत्स चीन शरणागत पारिजाता भक्ताति वञ्चन कृपाकर दीनबन्धो विचन्त गायति जनाप्रिय जीवरूपा श्रीनन्द गोपतनया तव सुप्रभातम्। पद्मक्ष पद्ममुख पद्मकर प्रमेया पद्मालया शरीर पद्मनिवास शौरी पद्मो भवाति सुरसेवित पाद पद्म पद्मादिनाथ हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। वेदात्मने विहरणाय महेन्द्रवन्द्य गन्धर्वपदात्पारतीय सुदेशरूपा चन्द्राननाय शिरचन्दनलिप्नदेहा गोविन्द यादव हरे तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीनन्दनन्दन यशोदकुमार धीर मायङ्कदीन रविशोर सुपुष्पहार नीलाम्बुदार सुशरीर रमाविहार गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीवत्सजम्बवति साज सुरञ्जि भद्र श्रीमित्रविन्द दिवसा प्रभुपुत्र काजये तिष्ठन्ति दिव्य भवमे तव सेवनाद गोपी मना प्रिय हरे तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीकृष्ण अच्युत आनन्द मुकुन्द शौरी राधा मनोहर जनार्दन चक्रपाणे नामानि दिव्यमुनयो निशं वदन्ति ब्राह्मी मुहूर्त समये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीकृष्ण सुप्रभातम्। ये पतन्ति आयुषम् गुरीकृतं महापापम् श्रीकृष्णाग्रायितो ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह आदिराज गोविंद सर्वकारण गोविंद आदि पुरुषा तमाम भजामि गोविंद आदि पुरुषा तमाम भजामि चिंतामणि प्रकरि सामशकल्पविशा रक्षाभितेषु सुरवीरविपालयन्ता लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसम्भ्रम सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंद सर्वकारण कारण गोविंदमादि पुरुषा तमाम भजामि गोविंदमादि पुरुषा तमाम भजामि. Nrsimha-Kavacham-Rakshe Pralavinoditam-Puram Sarva-Rakshakaram-Punyam Sarvopadravanashanam Sarva-Sampadparam-Chaiva Svarga-Moksha-Pradayakam Yatva-Narasimha-Devesham Hima-Simhasanasthita Vivritasya Trinayana Sharanido-Samaprabha Lakshmani-Gita-Vamaga Vibhuti-Virupashita Chaturbhujam Komalaya Sarvabhutana-Shobhidam Saroja-Shobhitoraskam Ratnakiyulamudritam Taptapanchana-Sankasham Pita-Nirmala-Vasasam Indraji-Suramalisah Spuramanikyajitivihi Virajita-Patagangam Shata-Chakradi-Etivihi Garudmata-Chavinaya Suyamana-Modanvitam Swarit-Kamala-Sambhasam Vivadu-Kavacham-Pate Nrsimho-me-Shirapatu Lokara-Sharta-Sambhavaha Sarva-Gopi-Sambhavasaha Alam-Viraksha-Kudvani Nrsimho-me-Drisho-Patu Soma-Surya-Nilochanaha Smritam-me-Patu Nidhari Muni-Vaya-Suti-Priyaha Rasam-me-Simhanasastu Mukha-Lakshmi-Mukha-Priyaha Sarva-Vidyadi-Papatu Nrsimho-Rasa-Namama Bhaktam-Padvindu-Varanam Sada-Prahlada-Vanditaha Nrsimha-Patu-me-Kantam Skandho-Murli-Dhanantagre Divyastra-Shobhita-Bhujaha Nrsimha-Patu-me-Bhujaha Karo-me-Deva-Bharato Nrsimha-Patu-Sarvataha Sridhayam-Yogi-Sadyascha Nivasam-Patu-me-Hari Madhyam-Patu-Hiranyaksha Vakshakum-Shrividaranaha Nrsimhe-Patu-Nihari Sada-Vibrahma-Samsutaha Brahmanda-Kotayakacham Yachasu-Patu-me-Katim Guya-me-Patu-Guyana Matranam-Guya-Rupagri Guru-Mano-Bhava-Patu Janoni-Nara-Rupadri Jante-Patu-Dara-Bhara Atayu-Sori-Keshari
Simha
चरण सरोज रजा निज मन मुकुर सुधारि वरण मुरल वर विमल जसो जो दायक वर चारि भूरि अदर जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमारा बरनु विद्या देहु बहु हरौ कलेश विकारा जय हनुमान ज्ञान सुर सागर जय कपीस तियु लोक
Ram
Om Agyanati Mirandasya Gyana Jana Shalakaya Shakshurun Militam Yena Tasmei Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev, good morning. Good Sunday morning. For those that were here last time, I gave a satsang on Sunday. Don't worry, it's not going to be that long. So the verse today is, as usual, from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, verse 6. Save pushpam paro dharmo yato bhaktira dokshaje ahetuki apratyata yayat mashu prashidati. The supreme occupation for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. So this is actually one of the most important topics for us, human beings, because it's addressing what is our dharma, what is our duty in life. And the verse is very concise, it goes straight to the point, and then it's a question for us to understand how to do it. The verse says, the supreme occupation, basically our dharma, what it is that we are meant to be doing, is service, quite simply. And not any kind of service, but service to God, ideally with devotion. And this is a concept which is not new to Hinduism or to Bhakti Marga. This is a concept that actually most religious people will agree to. And out of God knows how many people there are on this earth, 7 billion around. Many of those 7 billion believe in this actually. But how many of them actually strive to practice it? Then it's a different question. And even inside a group of people such as we are, which are fairly dedicated and fairly devoted, even here it's hard to find many people that have these qualities, because Guruji himself said once we were in the airport waiting for a plane in Portugal, and he went in this mood in which he was talking about his devotees in a very sweet way, but he said that still, despite having amazing devotees, there's not a single one that is fully surrendered actually. So there's not a single one that is doing its duty to the utmost perfection. So what is it that we are lacking in order to get there? Is it knowledge? And personally, I don't think it's knowledge, because we already have so much of that. And Guruji gives us so much knowledge. And of course, I'm not saying we have enough knowledge and we can stop studying and trying to learn more and more. There's never a limit to how much you can actually learn. But I think we have enough to actually, it's not the excuse, the amount of knowledge we have, the amount of times Guruji has told us what we need to do. And even if we look at our lives and we say, okay, I'm going to make a plan for what I'm going to do tomorrow, and I want to be, let's say, a good devotee. I want to do good things, and I want to have a perfect day, let's say. I think if you think carefully about every action that you will do throughout the day and with which attitude you will do those actions, you will come up with a very, very solid plan, and a plan that Guruji would approve, and I would say even perfect. You know what to do when you wake up, which mantras you should do, which sadhana you should do, and then you serve, and you can plan a perfect day. But in the end of that day, probably you have not done most of those things or many of those things. And again, why? What is it which is stopping us from doing what we already know we should be doing? I think very often is just the fact that we are hardwired, we are since childhood. We have learned patterns and habits which are just not conducive to a spiritual objective. And so then the Guru comes in our life and he is trying to break these habits. He's trying to break these patterns so that that knowledge that you already have can fully manifest. And like this verse says, in the second part of the verse, such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted by completely satisfying the self, to completely satisfy the self. So this is the thing. We even when we come to Guruji, and he gives us our seva, for example, we will do it. And we say, okay, now I'm serving. And you can even do a lot of it. And then you say, now I'm serving almost uninterruptedly. But still there's one little caveat in this verse, which is the unmotivated part, which is the most tricky thing. And going back to our habits and to our patterns that we have learned since childhood, that's also the most tricky thing to let go of. Because since very young, we learn, and very often even for a good reason, we learn self-preservation. We learn to care for our things and to preserve our things and create a space around us which is helpful for us. But as long as you hold on to these ideas while you're doing service, that means that service has a condition behind. And that condition is, I will serve as long as it is beneficial for me. The moment it stops being beneficial for me, for how long will you serve? And if you continue to serve, with which attitude will you do that service? And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 19, always perform that work which ought to be done without attachment. For one who acts without attachment attains the Supreme. And then we can ask, okay, but I understand the attitude behind the action, but now which action should I be doing? And the immediate verse after this one is verse 20, and Krishna says, Loka sangraham evapi sapyasam kartum aharshi. Indeed, you should act bearing in mind the welfare of the world. So now we know what to do. You act trying to improve the world, not your own condition, and you surrender the outcome to God. Once, last year, I was in India with Guruji, and as often when I travel, I have to take care of getting SIM cards, lots of SIM cards for the live stream. And so Guruji had a kind of a free day, and we were in Surat. So I went with Aradhaka to the city center to try to get some SIM cards. The problem was, we reached the first shop, and they would only sell one SIM card per person if you would show your passport. So this was a bit of a problem because I needed 15, 20 SIM cards. I needed lots of SIM cards, and they will give me one. And the other shop, so I got one there. After I tried to negotiate more, they didn't want. So then in the other shop, I could not get any more because somehow they knew I already went to the other shop, and it was kind of the same company, but they had my data already, and they said, "I know you already have a SIM card, we cannot give you." So we were kind of not knowing what to do. We had to find an Indian person, but the Indian devotees that were there were with Guruji, and it was not easy. So we just stopped in some ice cream shop, and we were talking with the ice cream seller about the situation. What do we do? And he said, "Okay, wait a bit." So what he did, he called someone, and another man came to the shop to replace him, and he said, "I go with you, and I buy you the SIM cards." So we went for quite some distance through Surat to go to some shops that he knew, and he helped us get the SIM cards. He got many cards for us. He was taking care of all the paperwork and testing them, and took many hours actually. Took all afternoon pretty much. And I was very grateful because it was really helpful and really needed for us. So in the end, when we were saying goodbye, I tried to give that man some money. And because in my eyes, he spent his whole afternoon that he was working with me. So I just makes sense that I give him some money. He's for sure not a rich person working as an ice cream seller in the streets of Surat. So, I mean, probably. And so I tried to give him money, and he refused. And I insisted. And he was getting upset with me, and he really refused. And he said, "This is my duty." And he closed the conversation. There was I had no way to insist anymore. And I was very touched because, well, first because of his help that he gave us, and then because of how he saw it as his duty. And this is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma and of India, is this notion of duty is ingrained in the people since they are young. So for him, this was something that probably learned and was not difficult for him to do. But we do the opposite. Here we learn the opposite. We learn that if I do something for you, I should get something in return. And all of these years of having this mindset, then when you come to Guruji and he's showing you how to serve, it can create lots of challenges. And it's not always easy to be around Guruji and to learn from him, because he has to break lots of things. So then come the tests. And there's a beautiful story of, maybe some of you know, of the King Harishchand. And King Harishchand was a very righteous king from Ayodhya, actually. And he had made a vow to always say the truth. So whatever he says, he keeps his word. Again, a quality which is not so prevalent anymore in the West, let's say. And so one fine day, he had a dream that his guru Vishwamitra came to him and asked for a donation. And in the dream, he gave everything to the guru. He said, "Okay, I give you everything." So in the next day, when he woke up, he was doing his stuff. And the guru came to his palace, and he said, "So, time to settle the business." But it was a dream, so he had already forgotten about it. And then he realized, it's true, I told you I'm going to give you everything. So he did. But because he was the king, that meant giving the whole kingdom to the Guru, to Vishwamitra. And he did. And he was about to leave because now he's not anymore the king and he has to work to provide for his family. And he cannot really stay there where he used to be the king because otherwise it's not going to work very well. So he's leaving and he realized he didn't give dakshina to the Guru. Because dakshina is something you give, again, not because you received something specific. Dakshina is something you just give to the Guru because he's your Guru. And that's what you do. So that donation was something else, but dakshina is always owed. But he had nothing now to give to the Guru. So he said, please, I want to give you dakshina, but I don't have anything, so just give me 30 days to work, to find some money, and then I will give you dakshina. Govinda. But the thing is, it seemed like Harishchand was under some sort of curse because despite being a very able man and having a very able wife, they could not get a job that would allow them to save any decent amount of money to pay the Guru. So they eventually reached Kashi, and there the situation was getting really desperate. The 30 days were coming to an end, and they still didn't have any money, and he wanted to keep his word, as he always did in his life. So what the wife very selflessly did, or proposed to do, she said, look, if I go and I sell myself to the Brahmin, by that we mean selling her services, becoming kind of like a slave and doing housework for the Brahmin, and basically she's a full-time employee of the Brahmin. I go and I sell myself. This will give you some money and you can, maybe the Guru will be pleased with this money. Very harsh. And he refused. He said, no, we stay together. But the days passed and still the situation was not improving. So eventually he accepted her proposal and he said, okay, if you are willing to do it, it seems to be the only solution. So she went, and the Brahmin also took their son, and he gave some extra money for the son. But the thing was, Vishwamitra came, the 30 days had passed, and Harishchand was really hoping that finally he can pay Vishwamitra and he can go and reclaim back his wife, and was a really difficult time for him. But Vishwamitra was not happy with the amount of money that he had collected. And we might be thinking very harsh things of Vishwamitra now, and probably Harishchand would be thinking very harsh things of Vishwamitra. But he wasn't. He was surrendered to his Guru, and he just said, okay, then I'll also sell myself. And I will also work for how much money people are willing to give me, and then hopefully you will be pleased with the donation. So now Harishchand sold himself as a cremation grounds worker. So he went to the cremation ground manager, let's say, and he worked there as the person collecting the fees for the families that the families pay to get their family members cremated when they die. So that was his job. Not an easy job, because you are literally collecting the money from grieving people and not making a lot also for yourself. But he's doing it, and always thinking about his wife and always thinking about his Guru, and hoping to pay his debt created by his words. So he wants to fulfill his words. What happens is that one day his son gets bitten by a snake, and he died. And his wife, which was with the son, she begged the Brahmin, which was her owner, to cremate her son. But that costs money, and the Brahmin said, no, we don't. I don't have money to give for this. So she's desperate because at least she wants to provide a proper funeral for her son. So she leaves and she brings her son to the cremation grounds by the banks of the Ganges, and she, in the hopes that somebody will be merciful enough to cremate him for free. And who she finds? She finds her husband, Harishchand. But they don't recognize each other. And this is the drama of the thing. They are so stricken by poverty that their whole appearance has changed and they don't even recognize each other anymore. And she approaches him and she asks, please, can you cremate my son? And he says, I need the money. Even if I want to do it, I work for someone else and it's my duty to get some money. And at this point, she's completely desperate and she says, I have nothing. All I can give you are the clothes I have on my body. And as she starts touching her clothes, Harishchand notices a Mangal Sutra she has from their wedding. And he doesn't recognize that it is from their wedding, but he does see the Mangal Sutra, and he says, but why are you lying to me? You have such a nice necklace. You can sell it. That's more than enough to pay for the cremation of the son. And she was shocked when he said this, because actually she had received a boon that only her husband could see the Mangal Sutra. So in that moment she realizes that he is Harishchand and he is her husband. And he realizes that his son is dead. So they are obviously very emotional, very sad with the whole situation, but is dharmic to the extent that he still needs something in order to cremate the son. And at this point we see how the tests sometimes can be so intense, and meditating on this story, it's easy to put myself in that situation and think, when would have I folded? When would have I, being in the situation that Harishchand was, where would have I say, enough? I'm the king. I was the king. I don't need to go through this. But he didn't. And because he didn't, when his wife started to remove her clothes to finally make the payment, because the thing is, she could give the Mangal Sutra, but nobody else could see it. So his boss could not take that payment also. So that was useless. And when she starts taking off the clothes, the sky opens up and the devas come. And it is said that flowers are raining from the skies. And somehow they reveal all of this to Harishchand as being a lila of God, a test that he had passed. And the devas resuscitate his son, and everything is fine. And they say, okay, now you can be together, you can go back to your kingdom, you have passed the test. The devas bow down to Harishchand because of his greatness, how much he was willing to sacrifice for his guru and for Dharma. And in that moment, he says, I don't know what he said, but instead of just accepting let's say the boon to be able to come back and rule his kingdom, actually he said, but I cannot go because I sold myself to this man, to the cremation grounds worker. And similarly, my wife sold herself to the Brahmin. So actually, we don't belong to ourselves anymore. So whatever you are giving me, I cannot take. And in that moment, then the Brahmin which bought his wife and the cremation grounds boss, both of them revealed their true form, and they were Indra and Yamaraj, and both of them extolled the glories of Hari's chant, showing how he's an example for us of true service to the Guru without any interest, self-interest. So they let him go. And he's free, again, in his kingdom, ruling his kingdom. That's the story of Hari's chant. And for us on the spiritual path, it's so very often the case that we also go through challenges and through tests and tribulations that we see and we recognize, because we are very spiritual, that they are coming from the Guru to us. And sometimes we accept it better and sometimes we accept it less well. And it's not always easy, because Guruji knows us very well and he knows when and where to press. But the thing is, as long as we see these tests as negative things in our life, as long as we perceive them as obstacles, because we do, whether we like it or not, we do, at least in the beginning, when Guruji treats us harshly or gives us a duty which we don't want. How many of us have the first reaction of gratefulness, of love, of appreciation for what's happening? Very often our reaction is, how dare you? Or worse, depending. And Guruji, he tweeted a few months ago something very deep and very spiritual and very beautiful. And on the 19th, if you look for his Twitter, on the 19th of April of this year, he says, "Why does the Sadguru sometimes tells us things we don't want to hear? It isn't to test us or see our reaction, but is such a deep level of love." And then earlier, actually, in September, 25 September last year, he said, or rather, he wrote, "How many times do we say that the Guru is testing us? We are going through a process. He is ignoring us, and so on. How deeply sad are these statements, and how badly it must hurt the heart of the beloved Guru. To see that the ones for whom he has pushed himself to the brink of collapsing to help have labeled his love as tests, processes, and purifications." So this was a really incredibly powerful tweet back then, because it was, and I guess sometimes it still is, but less. It was very common that whenever we go through these situations, that we call them tests and we make big dramas about it. Actually, since then, it kind of reduced a bit, which is good. Because this is the thing, with each challenge that we have, we always have the opportunity to see positive or to see negative. If we see it as a challenge to begin with, it means it's there still to learn, for us to learn something. Because if something happens and your reaction is a positive reaction, then it means it's not affecting you anymore. It means probably you have learned already what you have to learn from that. Wisdom is not reactive in anger or in creating negativity. Wisdom sees a situation and sees the positive in it and acts accordingly. So if you have an experience that you are perceiving as being negative in that moment, for sure there's a learning to take from it. And this is the thing that Guruji is trying to tell us. All of these so-called tests are just someone that loves us very much, trying to help us advance on the path, trying to help us see the positive side of life and help us grow. And the thing is, we still have the option to allow him or not. We can choose to not be put under these circumstances, and that is by creating separation from Guruji. Because the closer you are to him, either in your heart or physically, and the closer you try to be, the more you trust him, the more you are giving him permission to manifest his love in your life. But it's still a choice. You can still tell him internally, and by your actions and by what you do with your life, you can still tell him you are not so interested in this purification process. And you will slow down, and you will have more peace, but you will also be farther away from him, outside and inside. And this is the choice that we need to do if we want to attain the goal of life, and like the verse says, if we want to learn how to truly serve in an unmotivated way and experience the bliss and the peace that derives from having this attitude in life, then we need to also be able to be close to Guruji and tell him, work with me, do what you need to do, and I will go through it with a smile and with positivity. Jai Gurudev.
Hari Sundarananda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. 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 Hari Kesava Hari Govinda, 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 Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundarananda Mukunda, 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 Hari Narayana Hari Om. Vanamali Muralidhari, Govardhanagiri Varadhari. Vanamali Muralidhari, Govardhanagiri Varadhari. Vanamali Muralidhari, Govardhanagiri Varadhari. Nijanikani Magana Chori, hey, Gopi Manahari. 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 Ore Kanare Gokula ke jare. 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 Navore na chore rasra chore. 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 Hari Sundarananda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. 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 Hari Kesava Hari Govinda, 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 Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundarananda Mukunda, 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 Hari Narayana Hari Om. Vanamali Muralidhari, Govardhanagiri Varadhari. Vanamali Muralidhari, Govardhanagiri Varadhari. Vanamali Muralidhari, Govardhanagiri Varadhari. Vanamali Muralidhari, Govardhanagiri Varadhari. Nijanikani Magana Chori, hey, Gopi Manahari. 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 Ore Kanare Gokula ke jare. Ore Shri Darshanaya Diti Jvala Pradaya Sarvati Shokram Uphat Parishmai Param Brahmani Param Jyotishe Swaha Om Shanti 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 Shri Guru Namaha